Hey everybody, it's Greg Victor here, and if you've seen any of my recent videos, most of the behind-the-scenes footage was shot by Josh. And so he's also a photographer, so in this video we're going to feature some images that Josh took on a shoot that we did together. So there's not a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff in this video because Josh was the photographer, but anyway, we're going to go through some images and we'll have them pop up on the screen and we're going to kind of talk about his thought process. Okay. And so anyway, this is Josh Zito, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. I'll put links at the end of this video and you can see some of his behind-the-scenes work. All right, let's get started on this one.
So
we'll talk about this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was on the other side of the whole club and there was a sort of a lounge-ish type area. A lot of nice leading lines along and all that. So yeah, I just wanted to get some of the blue lights coming off the walls and just kind of light her up a bit like a club, you know. I didn't want it to be too bright because I had a bunch of other shots that were bright, but
yeah, I think this shot's harder to do than it looks because it was really dark in there. So he had to balance the ambient light with his flash. And I chose not to do that when I did my shot in the club because it was just harder. So I just said I'm going to overpower the ambient and I just used flash. But he did a good job, I think, of balancing the ambient light that was existing. So he probably had a higher ISO, I would think, on this one.
Yeah, well, I think I was also shooting with not a very fancy lens. It's only the Canon 51.4. I just wanted to have a nice shallow depth of field.
Yeah, I like the leading lines and I like the color and the shapes. And so what about lighting? What were you using for lighting for the shot?
Well, for this one, I think I was only using a single Bowens flash, a Gemini 200 with I forgot which umbrella modifier I had. I happen to work in a camera store, so I get access to a lot of stuff. And I do really like the Bowens lights because they're reliable.
All right, so let's look at another image. So we had two models on the shoot in the nightclub. We're going to look at another image here. And this one, we'll go to this one first. This is her in front of the door. It was Pacifico nightclub in Halifax. And what about the lighting for this? What did you use for this one?
Well, this one is actually lit with a single light from, it's one of the Bowens new LED panels, the Mosaics. I don't remember the exact count of how many LEDs, but first time using an LED panel of that type on a shoot, like for photo, and I will have to say I really like how it looks a lot like a ring light. But not really.
So it was continuous lighting then?
It is a continuous light.
I saw you with that and I thought it was for video, but it's...
Well, I kind of... The plan was to sort of light it continuously with that. So I had also had a GH4 recording off in the corner. Too bad it wasn't 4K because my memory cards couldn't keep up with 4K. But yeah, no. And then I just thought maybe I should try just a photo with it. I mean, I like the way it looks. It has a very fashion ring light type look to it. I mean,
yeah, I don't see a lot of shadows.
You're not a fan of the color.
Oh, well, I thought the color is a little. If you looked at the previous image, I'll have them both pop up. I thought there was so much more color in the first image, and it's probably just because of the background and the dress, where you know, obviously there's not as wide a color gamut, I guess, in this image. So I thought it looked a little kind of washed out, but I don't know whether it's the continuous light or it was just. There's just not a lot of color there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't really do much to this photo. I know some people may think that's bad or good. I don't know. All I did really with straighten it crystal is flawless. There's really not much to edit on her, which is great. I love that. But yeah, no, I kind of wanted to have a slightly desaturated look because dress was very monochromatic and the background was very monochromatic. So maybe what little flesh tones there were, just highlight it in the photo. So that's basically it.
Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so here she is on the bar.
A very, very sticky bar full of fruit flies. But no, again, this one was definitely lit with two very mixed light sources. Again, the Gemini and the Mosaic. And I think I had some barn doors just to contain the spill out, because I didn't want it to reflect too much off the black tiles off the bottom of the bar. And there were tungsten lights, a row of tungsten lights right above her. So there were a few hot spots, and it was a very mix. I know that there was a lot of warm tones and a lot of white tones. But
yeah, I think there's more color in this image, though, for some reason. And I don't know why, if it's just the tungsten lighting mixed with the flash, and it almost kind of gives it that warming look like you did it on purpose. All right, so if you want to see some of Josh's behind the scenes video footage, I'm going to have a link pop up now, and there's 3 videos where Josh shot the majority of the behind the scenes footage, so make sure you check that out. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the rest of my videos. To check out my outdoor portrait lighting secrets video series, make sure you click on one of these thumbnails. The largest one there is part 1, so start there. Also, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button. And make sure you check out the rest of my videos. All right, see you in the next one.